Alright, you guys, so with this week's episode of Vinland Saga, Ainir and Thorfinn are MIA, missing in action in this episode because episode 5 of season 2, entitled The Path of Blood, basically tells the story, guys, of how Canute, in just 3 short years, finally becomes the King of England, and the episode starts off where we see a flashback of Askeladd killing Canute's father, King Swain, and basically, guys, after this happens, Denmark and England are basically forced to start the war because of Askeladd's last action all over again, because now with King Swain defeated, a former a former noble knight of England becomes the new king, and Prince Canute starts this episode off with basically going to this place called Maria or Marcia. I'm gonna forgive me if that pronunciation is incorrect, everybody. I'm going to have to wait for the dub to basically be able to understand this episode better, but basically, guys, this new king that is one of actually a couple of people standing in Canute's way to finally being able to ascend to the throne, basically deserted England during the last war battle against Denmark, and basically, guys, Canute's been summoned to this territory to in this certain territory to discuss a ceasefire to basically end the bloodshed, and Canute starts off the episode by asking his assistant Gunner, hey, what, why are some of my soldiers picking up these poor innocent girls? And then his new assistant Gunner's like, oh my lord, this is necessary so we can truly reap the benefits and spoils of war, and sell as many of these girls as slaves as possible. And then Canute's like, I didn't tell any of my soldiers to do that, and so their punishment for disobeying me will be being beheaded and displayed in the streets as a warning to all the other people to dare not to defy me. And then again, guys, it's Gunner who basically tries to reteach Canute, hey, we are still kind of in war now, and for us to be able to survive, we have to take advantage of certain spoils of war. And then Floki actually again tries to cancel Canute into not meeting with the current King of England or his most loyal advisor, Earl, I'm going to just call him Earl because his last name is too hard for me to pronounce. Nor can I actually say the name of the second king. But basically, guys, Flo- Flo- Floki says, "Hey, Canute, to 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 meet the second king, even though it is to negotiate a ceasefire, isn't really all that smart." And then but Thorkill comes in and basically calls Canute a still a spoiled little kid that still doesn't know a thing about war, battle, or even being a king, because he hasn't even been able to ascend to the throne of England yet. And Thorkill ba- basically tries to act like he's a good old self again, and and basically punch Canute for still being a punk, and and basically not being a real warrior like Askeladd or even Thorfinn used to be. And and Thorkill says, "Hey, look, Canute, remember what I told you. I'm gonna be a witness to everything that you ever do. And right now, because you're because you're not really doing this war game properly, you're showing me that you're still nothing but a spoiled kid, and that sometimes you do have to carve out your own path in blood, not by just negotiating a potential ceasefire and beheading all those that don't listen to you. I'll I'll let you off with a warning this time, but next time you aren't going to be so lucky." And then despite Floki and Floki's suggestion, um, and Gunnar's still resisting, um, Canute does ultimately meet with Earl, who 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 is sort of like the second king's closest advisor, like I said, and and uh, and Canute finds out that that the king has offered basically eight eight £8,000 in silver coins and other wealthy merchandise as money to 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 get Canute's army to retreat. But then guys, Ca- Ca- Canute says, I didn't come all this way to ask for money. And, even though Earl tried to get Thorkill to basically help Canute's eastern forces, because the second king's son Edmund is starting to cause a stir up. Canute still doesn't buy the money offer, and in fact it eventually leads to Earl's son getting mad and basically calling Canute a punk again, but then basically playing Canute's ace in the hole and showing Thorkill that even when potentially Omar or even anybody mentions Canute's name to Thorkill, it ruins his appetite. But what Thorkill doesn't see in this episode is Canute really has been hiding a secret weapon, and that he tries to convince Earl to betray the current King of England by try, by by trying to poison him, so so so, so that the bloodshed between the two territories can finally cease, and Earl will be able to buy himself peace. And this is the smartest decision, because if Earl continues to refuse, which he does, Canute gives the signal to basically burn the current location that they're in down to the ground. So eventually, guys, within 3 short years, Ca- Canute seemingly does get Earl to cooperate, and by killing the second king and his son Edmund, Canute finally does become King of England, and that's how the episode ends. So yeah, guys, a really good episode. And again, it was really cool to see Floki, Canute, and especially Thor kill again. I can't wait to hear this episode in dub. Have a good one.